Hey, what's up you guys? It's Dorothy and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to go into chapter 12 of One of Us is Next by Karen and McManus. We are just about halfway through this book. If you can already tell, this is what we've already read. We've still got all of that, but we are making headway through this book. And yeah, so let's get right into this video. This video may contain sensitive topics and foul language. If you do not wish to continue, please click off of the video now. You have been warned. Chapter 12. Knox, Tuesday, March 3rd. The guy in King's Landing is sweating up a storm, twitching, rocking, constantly rubbing one hand over his jaw while he talks with Sandeep in the closed conference room. It's weird how guilty, innocent people can look. Sometimes I say to Bethany Okino, a law student who's one of Until Proven's paralegals. We're stationed at a desk outside of the conference room collating news coverage about the D'Angosto case. Bethany shrugs and reaches into a drawer for more staples, and vice versa, right? She says guilty people can look innocent as hell. Take our friend here. She holds up a long feature article about Sergeant Carl D'Angosto, accompanied by a picture of him wearing his cop uniform and a big grin. His arm is around a college kid who's holding a plaque. Funny how they used this and not his mugshot, she adds, tossing her braids over one shoulder. None of the people he framed got that kind of kid glove treatment when they were arrested. I glanced at the caption and under the photo. The week before his arrest, Sergeant Carl D'Angosto commended San Diego State University students for excellence in community peer mentoring. I never really thought about it that way, I say, scanning the first few paragraphs of the article. But you're right. This is all about what a great guy he was until, whoops, major scandal, like he just accidentally stumbled into framing 17 people. I add the article to my pile and glance at the clock on the wall next to the conference room. It's almost 7 at night. I've never stayed this late, but I'm starting to think I'm the only person at Until Proven who leaves on time. The office is still buzzing, every desk full and littered with empty pizza boxes and Coke cans. Bethany picks up her discarded crust and nibbles on the edge. They gave that classmate of yours the same statement. Jake Rorian, remember him? Like I could forget. Star athlete involved in Simon Keller case, Bethany says in her newscaster voice. Oh, you mean involved like how he tried to kill his girlfriend? That kind of involved? That was bullshit. I agree. Bethany snorts. The justice system works very differently when you're white, male, rich, and good-looking. She nudges the last piece of pizza toward me. Good to know, I guess, if you ever decide to turn to a life of crime. I pick up the slice, but it's cold and congealed that I can't bring myself to take a bite. I'm only two of those things. Don't sell yourself short, kid. Eli passes by holding a phone with a familiar case that he waves at me. Knox, this is yours, right? You left it in the copy room. Also, Maeve is calling. He looks at my screen. Was calling. You just missed her. I thought my phone had been strangely quiet. Sorry about that, I say, taking it from him. I register a surprising number of texts before I lay it back on my desk like a busy professional who doesn't have time for Bayview high gossip. Eli finally knows my name and has started giving me more interesting stuff to do. I don't want to blow it by acting like a phone-obsessed teenager in front of him, even though I am. Do you need anything? Eli runs a hand through his newly shorn hair. I need you to go home. There are child labor laws, or so Sandeep keeps telling me, and we're probably violating them, especially since we're not paying you. Anyway, call Maeve back and then get out of here, alright? Everything else can wait until tomorrow. He glances at Bethany, who's still stapling news articles. Bethany, can you sit down with me and review next week's court schedule? Yeah, sure. She gazes around the crowded office. Should we go into Winterfell? Eli rolls his eyes. He's never going to get used to the names. Fine. They leave and I eye my phone warily. I really do hate making calls. But maybe Maeve's on her laptop again and can't text. I press her name and she picks up before it's even rung once. Oh, thank God, her voice. Low-this breath. I was afraid you wouldn't call me back. The sweaty guy is pacing circles around Sandeep in the conference room, distracting me. Why wouldn't I? I'm only kidding about being allergic to phone calls, mostly. The line goes so silent that I think we're disconnected. Maeve, you there? Yeah, what are you up to? Still at work, but I'm gonna leave soon. Okay, right, have you? She trails off and I think I hear an audible gulp. Have you been checking your phone? No, I left it in the copy room for like an hour. What's up? I look at the wall clock again and it hits me. Shit, your truth or dare text came, didn't it? What did it say? Are you alright? Oh God, Maeve's voice thickens. I'm sorry, Knox. I'm so sorry. What, Maeve? You're starting to freak me out. I pause, alarm snaking through my gut as her breath hitches. Are you crying? She definitely is. So I think, okay, I'm going to read you the text from Unknown because, I don't want you to have to read all of the comments to get to it because they're stupid and pointless like always. Maeve draws in a shaky breath. But before I do, I need you to know that I didn't say this, okay? Not exactly this. I wouldn't. I've been racking my brains and I can only come up with a single conversation that's even a little bit pertinent, but I swear to God, it was a lot more nuanced than that. And it was with Browen, who would never breathe a word, so I honestly don't know how this even happened. Maeve, seriously, what's going on? Who do I need to fight? Don't, she groans. The word, okay, this is what it said. Maeve Rojes, I hear a deep breath and then the rest of the words come out in a rush. Maeve Rojes dumped Knox Myers because he can't get it up. What the fuck? I listen to Maeve's ragged breathing for a minute, or maybe that's mine. When she's tentatively asked, Knox, are you? I disconnect. The phone drops out of my hand, bouncing lightly on the desk, and I let it stay face down while I press my fist to my forehead. What the fuck? My heart's pounding out of my chest. No way. The entire school did not just read the most humiliating moment of my life, which was private and supposed to stay that way forever. Maeve and I, God, it was stupid. We talked about it for months, losing our virginity like it was some project we had to finish before we could graduate high school. That should have been a clue that we were so practical about it, but we thought we wanted to, and then my parents went out of town for their anniversary, so there it was, opportunity. I was so nervous, though. I did a couple shots of my dad's vodka before Maeve came over because I thought that'd calm me down, but all it did was make me dizzy and a little nauseated. And then we were kissing and it just wasn't working, any of it. I could tell she wasn't into it either, but we'd committed. I didn't know how the hell I could just tap out all of a sudden, especially since guys are supposed to be born ready. It was a massive relief when Maeve pulled away and asked if we could take a break for a minute. Then she buttoned her shirt back up and said, do you feel like maybe we're trying too hard to be something we're not? I was grateful for her then, for getting it, for not making a big deal, for being as non-awkward as possible, both then and later, so I could pretend it hadn't happened. I'd almost convinced myself that it didn't until now, because she told people, more people than Browen, I'm sure, because Browen's not the type to spread gossip. It doesn't matter who it was, damage done. I turned my phone over. There are new messages from Maeve that I ignore, opening the giant group text from Unknown instead. I don't want you to have to read all of the comments to get up to it, Maeve had said, because they're stupid and pointless like always, and prolific. There must be hundreds of them. Sorry about the soft serve, man. I know a great pharmacy in Canada where you can bulk order Viagra. Maybe it's because she's not a dude. Jesus, how the hell am I supposed to show up to school tomorrow or ever, or get up on stage next month to perform Into the Woods singing in front of everybody? Bayview High is ruthless. One incident is all it takes to define you for the rest of your life, and I just found mine. At our 20th reunion, Brennan Weber and Sean Murdoch will be still laughing about this. Knox. I jump at Eli's voice. He and Bethany are approaching my desk, laptops in hand. I thought you were going home. I scrape my hand across my face and he peers at me more closely, frowning. You all right? You look sick all of a sudden. Headache, I croak. No big deal. I'm gonna go. I grab my phone and get unsteadily to my feet as Eli watches with an increasingly furrowed brow. He sets down his laptop on the corner of the desk. Let me give you a ride. You're really pale. I hesitate. What's a worse place to be while dick jokes pile up on my phone than in the car with my boss or on the bus next to some grandmother I'll never see again? It's no contest. No, I'm good, I forced out. Totally fine. See you tomorrow. I'm almost at the door when I feel a tug on my arm. I have turned my temper spiking too fast to hold on. I said I'm fine. I know, Bethany says, but you probably still want this. She presses the strap of my backpack into my hand. Right, sorry. I feel a surge of guilt avoiding her eyes as I shoulder my backpack. I'm still pissed off, but none of this is Bethany's fault. I wait until I'm in the elevator door safely shut behind me to find a better target. Text from Maeve at the top of my message list. I'm so sorry. I never meant to hurt you. Can we talk? There's a lot I want to say, but I settle for a short and to the point. Go to hell, Maeve. And that is the end of chapter 12. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.